Hey, I'm back. And the last time I talked to you guys, I had mentioned that I was having a lot of shedding going on. And so I'd talk to you a little bit about what kind of things had worked for me in order to reduce the shedding. So here's my hair. It looks like I have a decent amount of hair. Historically, my hair is thick and I have a lot of it. But I'd say after I had Grant, it was still like I didn't go through postpartum hair loss for a long time. And if I did, it was so minimal that I hardly noticed it. But when I started losing weight, like when I started losing that baby weight, it was scary. I had 2 children pretty much back to back. They're 17 months apart. And so it was like a lot of weight that I had to lose because I didn't really fully lose the weight from Kennedy. And then I got pregnant right away, like unexpectedly, because it took us a long time to get pregnant with Kennedy. So anyways, I had a lot of weight to lose. And so I started losing that weight. And then when I started losing the weight, I'd say about like 5 months into losing the weight, I started noticing more shedding. And it was mostly in the shower, it was mostly in the shower where I noticed it. But then also I could tell that my hair was thinner, like my ponytails weren't as thick. And when I would brush my hair, like a lot would come out. So I feel like I had postpartum hair loss years after the fact. And so I started, so here are some things that I started to do. I took minoxidil for like a week. And then I was like, I don't want to be on this medication for the rest of my life. So I stopped doing that. So it really had no effect on the reduced shedding whatsoever. I did start upping my protein, and I made protein a priority in my diet, which I had never done before. Like honestly, protein shakes make me want to gag. And so that was hard. But I do feel like even just being more cognizant of increasing my protein was one way that I was able to reduce some of that shedding. And I also started taking a multivitamin, and I didn't really know, like I didn't have one that I really wanted to use, but I had been on TikTok and I had seen people talk about Mary Ruth's, and I knew I wanted like a liquid vitamin, like one that I didn't have to swallow, one that I didn't have to like swallow with water. You know, I didn't want like a pill form. I wanted it to be liquid. And the Mary Ruth's one that I started taking did have some like hair growth benefits. And so I feel like that helped a little bit. And even if it wasn't the hair growth benefits that were really making a difference, I feel like just being better at getting all of my like micronutrients in helped a lot. Because remember, I was like trying to lose weight during this time, so you're in a calorie deficit, and I probably wasn't getting as many nutrients as I should have been getting during that time, which was causing the hair loss. And so the Mary Ruth's multivitamin, I'll put a picture of the one that I used here, and then also prioritizing protein. And then another thing, this was like a simple fix. I didn't get the Mason Pearson brush because I just wasn't ready to spend that kind of money, but I did get this. It has hair in it, sorry. It's the Denman brush. I just got it on Amazon, but there's hair in it, so I'm so sorry. I just washed this last weekend, and so you can already see like I definitely have some shedding still, but it has nylon bristles, and then it also has boar bristle brushes. And what I like about this is, like I said, I have pretty thick hair, and I feel like it actually gets down to my scalp, and I feel like just kind of getting some of that dead skin off my scalp was really beneficial too. And there were also benefits in like pulling the oil from my scalp down through my ends. So every night I would brush my hair with this brush, and then I would go in with the Kerastase oil on my ends. And I feel like that made a difference too in just my overall hair health. I don't know if it made any sort of difference in my shedding, but I do feel like the hair that was staying on my head looked a lot better. And then, and this is the oil that I had been using. I've been using this for years, so this is like a tried and true product for me. And then I also I started using like a more like a detox shampoo, and I'd used the Whey one, and that one was fine. It's like the apple cider vinegar Whey detox shampoo. I like that one, but then I also just started using Pantene's Sheer Volume shampoo. It's way cheaper. You get a lot more of it for the price, and I love how clean that one gets my hair. And so I feel like, again, like the scalp health was a priority in addition to like what I was putting inside my body. That really made a difference. So there was those things, and then I think that's pretty much it. I feel like a combination of all those things, like all those things had a little bit to do with how I've been able to get my hair to stop shedding so drastically. I will say that I know that hair shedding kind of happens in like cycles, and so if you're not seeing results right away, like don't fret, because your hair has to kind of push through that shedding cycle, and then it will start to get better. So it wasn't like an overnight fix, but I do feel like those things all had their fair share in making a difference in my hair. Obviously, the last time some of you guys saw me, I was a lot blonder, and so not bleaching my hair. Like I haven't bleached my hair in, gosh, over 6 months. And so that has made a difference in my overall hair health. Again, not so much the shedding, but the hair that's staying on my head, I think has been a lot healthier just because I'm not bleaching it all the time. I'll like never say never of going back blonde, but I probably won't ever go back as blonde as I was until I go full gray. And then I probably will, just because it's so much easier, in my opinion, to be like blonder when the grays are really starting to come in, because it can camouflage so much more. But I do think that, you know, not bleaching my hair as often had a big difference in my overall hair health too. So my hair definitely went through it for the last, I don't know, I'd say like year and a half. But you know, those things had really helped. So hopefully that helps you guys.